Hi, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Teen Life live event. So happy to have you here. Tonight is the Teen Life Live Gap Programs Virtual Fair. My name is Reagan Bierman, and I'm your host this evening. Thank you for being here. Tonight's event is sponsored by Teen Life. And for those of you who are not familiar with us, we are the leading discovery platform for teen-centered academic and enrichment opportunities. We make it easy for students and educators to find the best fit programs, schools, colleges, gap year, volunteer opportunities for your students 13 to 19 years old. There are so many amazing opportunities out there, and sometimes it can get overwhelming and you don't know where to look. That's where Teen Life comes in. We're here to help you find those amazing programs. Tonight, we have 7 fantastic programs with us who are going to be speaking about their gap year programs. It is an exciting time to be a student and to be figuring out what it is that you want to do in your next chapter. So the presenters here tonight are available to answer any questions that you might have. So please take advantage of their expertise. You can write a question in the Q&A section throughout the entire evening, and they will be happy to answer anything that you want to know more about their program, opportunities, whatever it might be. Don't hesitate, guys. I know it can be a little intimidating to ask questions, but I bet if you're thinking it, there's somebody else out there that's wondering the same thing. So go ahead, ask those questions. There will also be a reader response form that I'm going to put in the chat section. This way you can request information from all of these programs, any or all of the programs. I will put that in the chat section in just a little bit. Again, make sure you click on that, fill that out so that you can go ahead and get some more information from our programs. So with all that being said, we're going to go ahead. We've got a tight schedule, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Our first presenter is Eric. Eric is coming from EF Language Abroad. We're so happy to have you here tonight, Eric. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and hand the floor over to you, and you can go ahead and tell us more about your gap year programs.
Alrighty, thanks Reagan. Thanks everyone that have joined. Let's go ahead and get started. Well, I'm Eric. I'm representing EF today, EF Languages Abroad. So because we are in a time crunch, let's just go right into it. So first of all, explaining a little bit of what we do. We are a language program abroad. So if you're looking to learn a different language, we offer language programs in 8 different countries today, and we teach 7 different languages. Starting it very simple, why go ahead and study with EF, right? EF is the leading international education company in the world. We have been doing study abroad programs for over 55 years now. We were founded in 1965, and we have a couple of perks that are hard to find. Some of them, just to mention, are 24/7 support, both in the United States and in the country that you're going to be studying abroad in. I have emergency phone lines with EF staff ready to help you out for whatever you need before, during, and after your trip. We teach with the EF method, which is the method we have developed over our 60 years of experience with the University of Harvard and Stanford. And today it's considered to be the most efficient way of learning a language in the world. And that has a lot to do with experiential learning. So taking the stuff that you learn inside the classroom and putting it out there in the real world. So real world scenarios for you to get to know and learn the language in the purest form that there is. We have a very international community. So students from over 100 countries every year go to our campuses. So it's a very international environment and the perfect way to start an international network. EF is a very big company. We have large departments all around the company. But EF language campuses, which is what I'm representing today, is what I mentioned, the product for people that want to learn different languages abroad. All of our schools are owned and operated by EF, so everything is very centralized and controlled by us. And the gist of it is having daily language classes that are fun and interactive with lectures given by native speakers. And outside of that, you can do activities and excursions to culturally immerse you as well, apart from the language learning. When it comes to academics, our classes, they are generally small, 12 to 15 students in average. We like to keep it very personal, very personalizable so that the professor has time to go through each and every one of the students in the class and make sure that they are evolving in the language. Classes are all taught in the native language, so it's 100% immersive. And as I mentioned, it is all in accordance with the EF method. And we also guarantee your progress. So we are so confident in the EF method that if you don't progress at least one language level every 4 to 6 weeks that you are in an EF program with us, you don't pay for your program until you evolve that language. So that's how confident we are. You can also get college credit with these programs. We offer college credit through the University of Montana. We have a partnership with them. And every 6 weeks that you spend abroad with us learning a language, that will be roughly worth a semester's of college credit, language college credits. Uh, of course, classes are super important, but what can you do outside of the classes? This is where our activity leaders come in. We have one in every single one of our locations, and their job is to make sure that you're going to have plenty of stuff to do outside of your classes. So that may be activities inside the city that you're going to be living in, like local attraction, sightseeing, walking tours, city tours, museum visits, and whatnot. And also excursions over the weekend. So you can take a weekend trip and go explore a city nearby or even a different country nearby, depending on the place that you are in. Uh, This is an EF sample schedule. So this is what your schedule is going to look like. Everything that is in blue are classes and everything that is in green are activities or free time. And then over the weekend, because you do not have classes, you have the time to take the excursions that I was mentioning. One thing that is important to note is that your schedule is always going to be in a W fashion. So if you have your classes in the morning on Monday, then they are necessarily going to be on the afternoon on Tuesday, then morning on Wednesday, and so forth. And that's good because you're going to have some mornings free and some afternoons free to plan out your trips and activities. When it comes to housing, we offer 3 different options. One of them is the host family, which is the authentic immersive experience. It's a catalyzer in the language learning. Families are volunteers to host international students with us, and you can be living with one of them. If you don't like the sound of that, then you can stay in a student residence at EF. These are buildings that we have in all of the cities that we offer language programs in. And that's a mix between a dorm, hotel, and an apartment option. There's EF staff on site 24/7, and they are located in very nice neighborhoods in the city. Or available in Malaga and Costa Rica only, you can live at the EF campus. This is the most convenient option. There's no commute to the school. And of course, there's EF staff supervision on site as well. Now, who is this program for? This is really anyone. All of our programs, they are for people aged 16 and up. And we take high school students, college students, working professionals, and even retirees in our program. The main demographic, though, is going to be late teens and early 20s. And we also have summer programs for kids on ages 13 to 15. And you don't need to be an expert in the language. We have no language level requirement. And you also can do this throughout the year. We have start dates on literally every single Monday of the year. So you just tell us the start date and we'll get you your program. Now, as for our campus locations, we have them in 3 different continents. One of them in Central America and Costa Rica. And then in Europe, we have 2 in France, Paris and Nice, 2 in Spain, Barcelona and Malaga, 2 in Germany, Berlin and Munich, and 1 in Italy, that's Rome. In Asia, we have 1 campus in Singapore, 1 campus in Tokyo, and 1 campus in Seoul. Of course, safety is our #1 priority. We have schools that are fully staffed, and as I said, 24/7 emergency phone lines in both countries. And students under 18 must also respect the curfew. To get started, simply schedule a call with a study abroad advisor or call this number that is on the screen. If you have not been in touch with a study abroad advisor yet, just call or text that number, discuss your travel and language goals, customize your program, choose destination, start date and length, and simply enroll over the phone. Very simple process. Thank you for everyone that came in and gave me the opportunity to talk. If you are looking to get more information, here are the links on the screen. Please take a screenshot or picture, and we'll be happy to help. Thank you, Reagan. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Eric. Thank you so much. Those visuals were just breathtaking. They look so just fantastic. What a fun
Lovely to hear.
opportunity. Yeah, what a fun opportunity for students all around the world. So If you guys have any questions for Eric, please feel free, add any questions into that chat section, that Q&A, and he'll be here. And yeah, we'll help answer any questions. What I did not realize how many campuses you guys had. That is
Right.
quite expansive, quite expansive. Well, thanks for being here.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so we are going to go ahead and move on to our next presenter. We have Jaje. She is with Centro Menudo Lengua. Did I say that correct?
No. It's okay, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Not perfect. That's okay.
No worries.
That's okay. You will inform us all about your great programs, how to pronounce it, where you're located, all that good stuff. So I will stop talking and turn the floor over to you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. I'm going to share my screen, okay? I will try. Okay, I think. Wait, sorry. A ver. Yeah, now. Yeah, and now I have to go. Oh my God. Here. Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Okay, so hi everybody. Thank you for being here today. My name is Yaye Baena. I'm from Spain. Actually, I live and I work in Spain right now. I'm in the city of Seville, and I don't know if you heard about it. It is in the south of Spain, and we work here in the south of Spain in the city of Seville. Eric was talking about Malaga. We're pretty close because we are in the same region. Malaga, Sevilla, we are in Andalusia. Okay, so tonight I'm going to introduce you my company, Centro Mundo Lengua, and our gap year programs, because I think, or I guess, if you're here tonight, you're interested in studying a gap year in a different country, isn't it? Well, if you desire or if your interest is Seville, Spain, you're very lucky because you're going to learn about it tonight. What makes a great gap year in Spain? In my opinion, adventure and opportunities exploring and embracing a totally new culture, visiting as many new places as possible, new friendships with amazing people, and the knowledge that you're in a safe environment. Spain offers the right ingredients for the perfect gap year, and with Centro Mundo Lenguas Gap Year in Spain program, that's awesome. Living abroad experience is a few clicks away. We teach to high school students, to college students, to adults, teachers, but I'm going to focus my presentation in Gap Year program. So our Gap Year in Spain program will bring you into the heart of Spanish life with full cultural immersion, language classes to get you speaking like a local, direct work with the community, and the chance to live her authentic gap year life in one of the Europe's most magical cities. In vibrant and cosmopolitan Seville, you will be surrounded by beauty, culture, and history, whichever way you turn. But with your activity program, you'll be able to see even more with trips to many other cities in Spain, like Portugal and Morocco. There has never been a better time for a gap year in Spain, and Centro Mundo Lengua, it's never been easier. Sevilla, it is a fantastic destination for adventurous young travelers. Sevilla offers countless attractions, including 10 palaces and their UNESCO World Heritage Sites with a 2,000 years history. Studying with Centro Mundo Lengua means full private Spanish language course for the duration of the program, from Monday to Thursday, from 9:30 to 11, every day. You have a private class or you have a small class for you with a private teacher, a native course. And of course, we offer as well students will dive into the city like a local with our seminar in history, traditions, and gastronomy. Spain has a large history, traditions, and of course, a wonderful gastronomy. If you come here, you need to try tapas, of course. That's very, very important for us. And of course, students live with the host's family. Of course, you can choose, and nowadays you can stay in a dorm, in a residencia, but we always encourage students to live with a family because homestay experience with the local family, it is like the best. The family will provide you with a comforting and secure environment in which you can practice and develop your Spanish by having conversations every single day. As I said, the students travel to Morocco, Portugal. They have a wonderful program with cultural activities. We take advantage of everything we have in the city. And then we offer as well a volunteer seminar class, because you have class 2 days a week, 1 day in the classroom, 1 day in a non-profit organization. I mean, the program is customized for everybody. And I mean, we think about all your needs, and I guarantee that this is a wonderful program. But today I wanted to talk to our students who are already studying the gap year in Sevilla. And I said, hey, please give me some advices or tips for the presentation that I have to do tonight. And they said, of course. And the most important thing for them is they want that I say that the experience living on their own. Before the program started, they felt like a high school student. You know, everything is organized, your classes, everything is organized in the high school or at home with your family. Now, they arrived in January, and now they said that they feel really different in the sense of being more mature because they have time after classes or on weekends. They have free time to organize everything by themselves. They feel like independent people, and they love that feeling. They love to feel free, traveling to different cities with friends. They told me today, we went already to Cordoba, we went to Malaga, we went to Madrid, we went to Canary Island, many places in Spain, and they have more trips coming on. So if you're looking for a great experience before going to college, definitely we encourage you to be part of our gap year program. Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting us. And okay, yeah. And
Thank you. Oh, thank you,
very-
Jaje. I appreciate it. I love that you ask students, what do you want them to know? That is such a great firsthand experience, and growth and change throughout the year. I'm sure happens just so much. So thank you again for being here.
Thank
We love
you.
learning more about your amazing program. Okay,
Thank
so
you to
up
all of
next we
you.
have, oh, absolutely. Easy for me to say. Up next we have Erin. Erin is with Ingenuity Year. Hi, Erin, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having us. Really
Oh,
appreciate it.
so glad that you're here with us tonight. And we look forward to hearing more about your amazing opportunity. So I'm going to go ahead and just hand the floor over to you.
Sounds great. I'm going to get us started. 1 minute. Okay, so my name is Dr. Erin Garcia. I'm Director of Ingenuity Year, And this is our program. We have two different programs for this year that we'll be talking about. We are a program by Foreman School, and I'll get into what that is in just a minute. So for Ingenuity Year is what I say is twofold coin. It is learning differences plus experiential education, and that is really embedded within all of our programming. And this is our team. I'm Dr. Erin Garcia, I'm director, and Dr. Beth Warsoff is our executive functioning coach. She works with Foreman staff as well to really understand the background of students, and we'll get into what that looks like too. Foreman School is a 9-year-old boarding school in Litchfield, Connecticut. Their specialty is working with students with learning difference diagnoses. Our head of school really wanted to offer what Foreman offers at a lower cost in the gap year field, so we were born right before COVID and then ran successfully right after COVID was done. And I have been in this role for over a year, and I absolutely adore our students, and it's really lovely to give back in a field that I love, but also in a way that really goes with students' learning differences and really takes an individual approach. Here are a lot of the areas that we focus on. A big portion of our program is personal growth, so we look at our playground, working with different organizational partners depending on which program we're looking at. Our students work on a number of different projects. Cooking is a huge part of our program, and so is embedding reflective opportunities within every facet of our program. We look at who are you as a person, looking at what your passions are, and we do that through real life exploration. We also start every day with meditation and mindfulness, which is a really important skill to teach students with learning differences so we can decompress and slow the brain down. And then we look at who are you as a learner, understanding your diagnosis, maybe suggesting some different assistive technologies, and then executive functioning coaching as well. And here are the foundations. All of this is in both of our programs that we'll talk about today. We take a student-centered design approach, which means the student is the driver of their own learning. One of the things that we do with both of our programs is we do self-design reintegration planning, where students come up with their own reintegration team. We meet for a week, 2 weeks, a month, and 3 months after their gap year. And we make sure that we're setting short and long-term goals, and parents and students are both held accountable to make sure that the student is successful and doesn't backtrack. We also do individualized coaching and reflective opportunities embedded throughout all of our programming. We do executive function coaching, and then Dr. Warsoff will suggest assistive technologies if the student already hasn't utilized that. We do a team summative assessment, and that is done by looking at past testing, as well as a brief 2 assessment that the student does when they enter our programming. And then the first meeting with Beth is really just talking about, okay, here's where you've come from and what are the goals that you have while you're here. And then she meets one-on-one with them weekly remotely in a private setting so that the student can work through any executive functioning challenges or have, as well as maybe some other issues that have popped up for them that week. And then again, she will suggest assistive technologies for our students based on the need. A lot of them have already utilized that in past educational environments, but she'll make suggestions on where they're at in life currently as well. And then, as I mentioned, independence and self-reflection is embedded throughout all of our programming. They start in a guided setting and then they become more independent. EF skills are designed within all of our programming for them to build. We don't talk about EF skills. We teach it in a way that's non-forced, and they're learning it without knowing that they're learning it. And as I mentioned, self-reflective opportunities are embedded throughout all of our itineraries. This is our first program we're going to talk about, our summer 2024 leadership and college readiness in Asheville, North Carolina. This is what we call a mini gap. Here are a few quick program details. Our priority application deadline will be April 15th, with our final application deadline being May 15th. Our 5-week mini gap will run June 28th to August 2nd. It is held at Warren Wilson College. We have up to 15 students, and we have a 5-to-1 ratio of program leaders. Our students will stay in an eco dorm with a roommate. There'll be some camping, and most of the time we'll be eating in the dining hall or doing student and staff prepared meals, and occasionally we'll go into town and eat as well. And then how will students spend their mini gap? On top of the foundational parts that we talked about, they'll do campus living and college exploration, living with a roommate on a college campus, eating in the dining hall and off campus, and learning how to manage relationships beyond the classroom. They'll be partnered with somebody from our program living in that dorm. And then we'll do exploration of campus majors and departments through a variety of activities. So they'll understand the function of a college campus, as well how to manage their learning difference on a college campus. And then looking at the types of colleges that they should be attending versus what they want. And then we come up with a really great plan for applying to those if they have not already. And then they do a self-design group leadership project. I break the group down into 3 groups. We pair them, each group, with a different nonprofit. They design a full-scale project, learning crucial EF and college readiness skills. And then they implement that project over a 2-day period, and all students participate in each group's project. It's a really fun way for them to be student-centered, but also learn those skills. Here's our home base at Warden Wilson College, just about 10 minutes outside of Asheville. Here's a number of activities that students will be doing each week: mountain biking in Brevard, whitewater rafting in Mars Hill, which are all, and then hiking on the Blue Ridge Parkway, tubing in the French Broad River. This is where I'm actually from. It's my favorite part of the country. And then this is our flagship program, College Writing or Climate Change in Coastal Maine. It's just a few deadlines. This is our 10-week program. It's the same ratio of students to program leaders. Application priority deadline is May 15th and final is June 15th. Our students do an individual capstone where they partner with different organizations to do real life active climate change research. The capstone is done on a timeline driven project. They also do a self-design reintegration plan, which I've talked about. And in lieu of time, they'll learn APA citation, presenting skills, a number of different things. It's not for a grade, but they leave with a really great portfolio. And then this is a little video, which I'll skip over just for time, but I will send this out after. And then here, thank you so much for your time. Here is a QR code. You can go to book an appointment with myself. You can also register for our info session. And here's my contact information. And that's my dog Beans. I just love that photo. He's very outdoorsy. The other thing I will say is tomorrow we are dropping our first international programming. It'll be going live on our website. So keep a lookout for that on socials and at ingenuityyear.org. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Erin. Oh my gosh, that is such a great picture of your dog.
I know, he's a good boy.
What a rough life he's got.
I know, he's just really struggling.
Somebody's got to do it. So
yeah, thank you so much.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing all that information about both of your fantastic programs. Guys, please, again, remember the Q&A is available to ask any of our presenters that are here tonight. And that reader response form is also in the chat. So make sure that you fill that out so that you can get the most up-to-date information from all of our programs. So yeah, moving on. Wow, such cool opportunities. I wish I it's just great. Anyway, moving on, we've got AMDA GAP programs with us here this evening, and we've got Kalia. Kalia, thanks so much for being here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kalia Clark, and I am the GAP Program Scientific Director at AMDA for the Performing Arts College. And I'm just going to briefly go over the AMDA GAP program, what we have to offer, and just do a brief little overview. And I thank TeenLife so much for having me and just showing you what we have to offer. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen to do a PowerPoint and start off with a brief intro with a video.
About you and worry about you. How did I find out about AMDA? I found out through some emails that I received. They said I was eligible for the GAP program and that it was kind of a new thing that was going on.
It's a really great learning experience. The coaching, the professionalism, it's a blast.
It's been great to have such a rigorous schedule. It's truly just feels like you're doing what you love to do.
Throughout the 8 weeks, we've worked with industry professionals.
The instructors here really make a point to do individualized work.
If you've never been to New York City before, this is an absolutely amazing way to be exposed to it.
It's a nice balance of free time and work, because you get some time to explore the city, go off on your own, but you still get to learn a lot at the same time.
It's probably been the best 2 months of my life.
I would recommend the GAP program. I feel like there's a lot you can learn from being here.
This is just a really new experience for me. I just personally have seen more growth, not just in terms of the fine arts and what I want to do as a career, but in terms of who I am as a person.
It's just been so much fun getting to dive way deeper into what the craft is about, and I feel a lot more prepared and excited for my future.
Amazing. So the AMDA GAP program is steep for students between 18 to 29 in studies of acting, movement, improvisation, and performance, with options for specialization in musical theater and vocal technique. So under the guidance of AMDA's world-class faculty, students not only learn the art and crafts of performing, but also gain valuable insights into today's industry, entertainment, and our students also make long life friendships while they enjoy their experience. So right now, we have a couple sessions that we do offer. We have 3-week sessions and 8-week sessions. So the 3-week programs that we currently have coming up are our summer programs, which starts June 23rd to July 13th. And we have session 2 that starts July 14th to August 3rd. We only offer one 8-week session that will be offered in the fall, and that is from October 13th to December 8th. Just so you know, GAP is a year-round program, so we do offer more 3-week sessions in the winter and the spring as well. And again, only an 8-week session in the fall. Here's an idea of day-to-day. So typically classes will be from Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And throughout your day, you'll be doing core classes, rehearsal classes, and also voice lessons 2 times a week by appointment. And you will also get rehearsal classes. Usually you have a lot of free time after class. And then when it comes to housing, there will be quiet hours. We do see a Broadway show and do a cultural activity every Saturdays, which is pretty exciting. And we do have Sundays off for relaxation and self-care. And also additionally, the events throughout the program may alter the schedule above just because they do include tours and the alumni and also and the audition experiences. Again, we do cultural activities every Saturday, and cultural activities does range when it comes to museums, New York's attractions, and also Broadway shows. A couple examples of things that we have done is Moulin Rouge, we've seen Shook, we've seen Hamilton, we did the Statue of Liberty, the Met, the Museum of Natural History, Empire State Building, and a lot more Broadway shows that we do see. And also students will get a schedule of the cultural activities when they do arrive on campus. And here's just a couple of pictures of our students experiencing Broadway 6, Empire State Building, and museums. So again, the goal of GAP is to give our students many opportunities throughout the program. So students will participate in a film shoot where we will professionally film the scenes and songs they have been working on. And they will also participate in a final presentation as well as audition for in the college. And the live presentation will be professionally edited and shared with families and friends after the program. And also family and friends are welcome to join the performance as well. So again, if you need to look at tuitions and fees, which is different for the 3-week and 8-week program, it could be found on our website. And also information when it comes to scholarship and financial assistance grants could be found on our website as well. So the next steps, if you're interested in applying, will be to submit your application. And after you submit your application, you will schedule a phone interview. And then after your phone interview, if you're accepted into the program, you will have to submit your deposit. Right now, we do have early bird discounts going on. So if you submit your deposit for the summer program before March 31st, you will receive an additional $300 off your tuition. And if you're interested in our fall program, if you submit your deposit before August 31st, you will receive an additional $600 off the program. Again, please contact us to discuss any scholarships and financial assistance that you may be eligible for. And I do have the phone number down here. And again, if you have any questions, the email and our phone number to the office is down below in this PowerPoint. You can take a picture, you can contact us, and I'll be more than happy to answer any other questions you guys may have. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you TeenLife for having us. And I hope to hear from a lot of you guys very, very soon. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.
Sorry about that. I came back on screen
It's
and
okay.
then hopped right back off. So yeah, thank you so much. It was fantastic to learn all about your programs. And again, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to go ahead and put those in the Q&A and filling out that reader response form. We have had a slight schedule change here. Raina, hi, how are you?
Hi.
So it looks like you are going to get bumped up. Are you good to go with that? Is that okay?
Sure. Sure, let's do it. Thanks, Reagan.
Fantastic. Well, I will introduce you. So I just wanted to, I meant to send you a little chat and time kind of got away. So, okay. So our next program that we have with us is Idlewild, and we've got Raina, and Raina is going to tell us all about your amazing program. So I'm going to hand the floor over to you.
Okay, great. Thanks, Reagan. And hello, everybody. It's exciting. This is my first TeenLife event, so I'm very excited to be here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and hopefully you can all see my screen. So I'm representing Idlewild Arts Academy. We are a private boarding arts high school located in California. We're one of 3 boarding schools for the arts in the nation and the only one on the West Coast. So we believe that art is the greatest teacher of humanity, and that the practice of creativity, no matter the ultimate expression, hones each individual's desire and ability to craft global change. So at Idlewild, we do art and we take it seriously. Art is not a hobby for us. Art is a way of life. It's a way towards success, and it's a way to help the world solve the many problems that we're facing. So like I mentioned, we're located in Southern California. We're nestled up in the mountains of Southern California, which isn't necessarily what people think of when they think of Southern California, but it's very beautiful pine trees, and we get some light snow in the winter. We just had some the other day. It was gorgeous. But we're still very close to major metropolitan areas, which is a key part of our programming. We're close to Los Angeles and San Diego. So a lot of our industry partners we work closely with in the LA area. We've worked with the LA Phil. We go to the museums. We go to the film lots. We have master classes from industry professionals that are located also in the Southern California area. So while we are beautiful and rustic and a place worthy of doing art, we're also very close to some of the major epicenters for art in California. So we have approximately 280 students. I think this year we have about 10 more, to about closer to 290 this year. We're mainly a boarding school. Over 90% of our students board with us on campus in the dorms, and we have over 30 countries represented. So to say that we are diverse is an understatement. It's so amazing to see the synergy that comes together with these students when they come to our campus. I think it's one of the most powerful things about our educational experience, whether it's for the academy for 4 years or for the summer program or for a gap year intensive. The network of friends and peers that your students will make will last a lifetime. So the gap year is increasing in popularity, and we're seeing that people and students and families really want to come to Idlewild and enjoy and take advantage of our educational experience, but it maybe didn't work for them for their 4 years of high school. So we're seeing an increase in our gap year applicants and our gap year programming, which is really exciting because students can take advantage of a tailored boutique education for both arts and academics to help them get to their next goal, whether it is to get into a conservatory or to go straight into a professional ballet company or to get into a competitive university. Our gap year programs help students poise themselves for success for the next step after their gap year. So our academic programming for our gap year students typically take between 2 and 3 academic classes. So it's a lighter load, and we really look at each student's background to help them line up with what we offer, how we can help them get to the next level. So some students come to us needing more practice with their English language acquisition. Maybe they're taking the TOEFL before they go to college and they would like more support there. We also have students who come to us who need more math support. Or we have students who come to us who really just want to play and take advantage of some of our amazing academic electives like 3D modeling, where we use Blender. We have computer game design, creative technology. And so we really have environmental studies. We have some amazing elective offerings for students who feel like their academic background is is solid from their previous high school. I'll be talking, if we have time, a little bit more about our college counseling. We have a very robust counseling program, and we get our students into some of the best schools in the world. So students, when they come to us for their gap year program, choose from 8 art majors. We have music, visual arts, film, fashion design, dance, creative writing, inter-arts, and dramatic arts. So these are our main 8 majors across our academy that our high school academy students take advantage of as well. This year, we're also offering an audio music technology intensive, which is something that we haven't offered at this level before, that is really separate just for gap year students. So students who are interested in avenues of exploration like audio engineering, film scoring, electronic music composition, this is an awesome opportunity for them to come and really immerse themselves in this experience and leave with professional training that it goes much deeper than our typical academy does, and even compared to what most small liberal arts colleges offer in that area. So that's another incredible opportunity for a program that we're running this year. Our gap year runs from the end of August until the end of May. So kind of the traditional school year. So our students love to get, we call it going off the hill, since we live on top of a mountain, and they go on off the hill excursions, concerts, exhibits, weekend trips. We just did a ski trip a couple weeks back, which was awesome, and we had no broken bones, so that was amazing. So our students love to, whether it's professional or just for enjoyment, they love to get off the hill and have fun together. I do have 2 videos that I'm going to be sending along as a follow-up. I see that we don't have time for that today, but you can see here a list of some of our college acceptances. So for some of our students, this is their goal. They want to work on their portfolio and they want to get into RISD or Cal Arts. Other students are exploratory, or they want to go straight into their professions, and the Idlewild Arts Academy Gap Year program can help them achieve those goals. So we also have summer programs, which you can find more about on our website. Here's some info on how to get a hold of us. And like I said, I'll follow up with some more informational videos so that you can see a little taste of what Idlewild Arts life is like.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That just, again, another reason that I want to be young again and be able to experience these amazing opportunities. So those of you that are here watching, please reach out, have all of your questions answered from our experts that are here with us tonight. So Rania, thank you so much for being here and teaching us more about your amazing programs. They look super, super fun. And I love the idea of getting off the hill.
Good,
fantastic. Well, we do have one more presenter here with us tonight. We've got Amber, and Amber is here with Pacific Discovery. Hi, Amber, how are you?
How's doing? Hope it's all going well.
There we go. Fantastic. Yes. So glad that you're here. And yeah, the floor is going to be yours to let us know what Pacific Discovery is and what the amazing opportunity is. So I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thanks so much. Y'all can see, could I just get a thumbs up? You could see my screen okay?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yes, we can.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amber Latimer. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm our Director of Outreach and Recruitment at Pacific Discovery. We are an accredited gap year and summer program provider, and we offer experiential travel programs to some of the most amazing places on Earth. We've been around for over 23 years. We've taken students traveling to over 25 countries, and we've got an exemplary safety record. And we are the experts in the South Pacific. So anytime a student wants to come check out Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, Hawaii, they usually come chat with us. And I've got a video that I'd like to show you all.
I wanted to have a study abroad experience where I am so immersed in the culture, because I really think that is what studying abroad should be.
Traveling abroad, studying different cultures, I feel like you really get a sense of what's important to you.
I only had a certain amount of time to travel. I wanted to do it right.
Why not have the opportunity to meet new people in a small group and very interesting instructors that will have a lot of knowledge to offer you?
On a college campus, you're going there with a major in mind and you've tunnel-sighted your future.
Not only are we learning about ourselves, but we're learning about how we interact with those around us.
Learning how to be compassionate and empathetic.
Seeing things for yourself, really experiencing them in a way that you only can on a program like Pacific Discovery is just worlds different and worlds better.
Experiential learning impacts you more. It's your own experience and you take it into your own life.
Studying the other cultures, studying how people live, and experiencing so much that helps you not only grow educationally, but personally as well.
You learn so much so fast. You learn the language, you learn the culture, you learn how to interact with people not like you, you learn how to make new friends fast.
You reap more from being a part of a group than you would just being completely by yourself.
It's really awesome when you get such a diverse group of people. It creates a really interesting environment where you can learn from each other. This time with Pacific Discovery has definitely influenced me.
These past months of traveling have definitely allowed me to realize the potential of my dreams.
I feel myself growing and changing.
I've grown a lot as a person. I feel so much more educated and well-rounded. I just strongly encourage everybody to take this opportunity to go out of your comfort zone and just go for it.
Take that first step and do something that you didn't think that you could.
Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in for that video with me. Wanted to briefly touch on our instructors. So all of our programs are going to be, you're going to be traveling in groups of usually 10 to 14 students, and there's always 2 instructors accompanying the groups. They're really experienced, usually in backgrounds of teaching or outdoor ed. They've all got their woofer, so their wilderness first responder. And then also wanted to touch on our partners. So we have, whether that's our scuba instructors, the families that we are partnering with for the homestay components in Ecuador or Fiji, the surf instructors over in Hawaii or Costa Rica, really runs the gamut, but they're all amazing. They're professionally vetted by our headquarters office, and we're really grateful to work with them. This is the fun, exciting slide of the presentation. So definitely screenshot this one if this all sounds good. This is what we offer for GAP. So on the 10, we've got our 10-week semester programs. These are going to be our most popular, and they're operated in the fall and the spring. And they are all multi-country destinations and journeys. So you can see we've got a whole bunch of programs in the Pacific. We've got a Central America program, a South America program, and a couple programs in Asia. And then the 6-week mini-mesters are also offered in the fall and the spring, and those travel to Australia, Hawaii, there's a Caribbean program, Costa Rica, Thailand, and Greece and Croatia. This is our program design. So it's a blend of outdoor exploration, service learning. There's a really big emphasis on cultural immersion that you probably caught from the video. And then the biggest piece is on personal and leadership development and fun, of course. And all of this is done through a lens of ethical travel and sustainability. We do offer students the chance to opt into college credit. And we've got 3 scholarships that we have available every season, and students can use 529 funds on our programs. If this all sounds good or something that you might want to learn more about, definitely check out the website. You can scan that QR code to take a little quiz, and then it spits back which program might be a good match for you. You can chat with an advisor, and then the last step is to apply. That's everything from me. Oh, and social media, that's like the best place to go to get a feel for our programs. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thanks, Amber. Really appreciate it. What a great opportunity for students all around the world. So I think that is one of the unique things about all of your guys' programs is the opportunity to see different parts of the world and just grow and learn. So it was great having you all here. We are a little close on time. We do have a little bit of time to ask a couple of questions. So if my presenters would like to come back on screen, I would love to just ask a couple of questions so our video that everyone who is watching can just learn a little bit more. Kind of like Jaje was talking about when she asked her students what they have learned most or what they've gotten most out of the experience. I would love if you guys could just give me a brief little something that your students say or former students that something that they have said that about your particular program that really just sets it apart. Again, I know you guys could probably talk forever about your program, so if we could just keep it brief. But Erin, I don't know if you want to go ahead and pop on screen if you can, or Rania, why don't you go ahead and give us a little something?
Okay, and I did touch on this a little bit when I was speaking, but I think the worldwide network of artists and lifelong learners. I mean, if you look at our alumni network Facebook page, if you are traveling to Austria, you reach out to the Idlewild Arts Network, and it's not just the students you went to school with on that one snapshot. It's also the students that graduated from our school 40 years ago. They really have this connection that I think is really like nothing else I've ever seen.
That's fantastic. That's a great, that lifetime of connection. That's fantastic. Erin, what about you? Is there anything that stands out that you hear from your previous participants? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
The biggest thing that I hear is just that they feel like they have a purpose and a path now. Many of our students that come through, it may be something as simple as I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school.
Yep.
But they leave with a foundation of understanding where their weaknesses and strengths are, and then also a pathway to the type of life they want to have. To me, that's the most powerful thing I hear is what kind of life do I want to have? Do I want to do some more service learning? Do I want to go to college? Do I want to do both? We have a kid who decided he didn't want to do college and is now doing an on-the-job paid internship for a year with one of our organizational partners that he visited on the gap year.
Love it.
So and then it's just such a powerful experience for some of these kids. And to be honest, all of them, but not all of them go that same route, right? So many have transfer colleges or found the college they want to go to. It's just really lovely to see that through the experience, even if they don't want to work, like for the students that did the climate change program, even if they don't want to, work in sustainability or even science, they still gained a lot of skills of like social skills and team building and just a number of, so it's just lovely to see that growth.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Amber, what about you? You want to touch briefly on that? Do you hear anything specific from your students or former attendees?
Yeah, absolutely. Similar to what's been said so far, another thing for us is a gained sense of confidence. That's a really, really huge one. And then kind of the paradoxical, like zooming out and traveling and getting an idea that the world is way bigger than the little bubble that they grew up in. So an awareness of the expansiveness of this planet and different perspectives, and at the same time, zooming into themselves and getting a better direction and awareness about who am I, what's challenging to me, where is my stretch zone, where does that turn into a panic zone, and where am I more comfortable now, where am I more confident now?
Oh, that is great. That is great. Jaje, if you want to come back on screen, we would love, I know you kind of already touched on this in your presentation. I don't know if you want to mention that, or if I was actually me personally, I was kind of thinking, what do your students say about your food? I can only imagine over in Spain that you guys just have just such wonderful cuisine. But if you want to talk a little bit more about the student experience, you already mentioned it.
I know they are, all of them, they're really, really enjoying. You can see their faces, you can see their attitude. But it was very, very important for me when they said that the most important thing is to organize their time. They feel like more mature and they can feel that difference. So about the food, if you talk to the host families, they always say, wow, these kids, they eat a lot.
They eat a lot.
they eat everything. They like everything. So Spain, we have many different things, like many different meals with meat or vegetables or fish. We're very close to the sea, so the fish is always very fresh. So there is a lot of things like the wonderful paella or a tortilla, or and they love it. They love it. You can see them taking tapas like something regular for them.
Man,
because they are also very
sounds
cheap for them, so they take advantage.
Fantastic. I've got one last quick question for all of you guys, and I know a couple of you probably did. I know you touched on it, but with the shortness of time, if you could just let me know if you have an application deadline and what that deadline is. We would love to hear that real quick. So we'll start at the top. Raina, if you want to go ahead.
Sure. We have rolling admissions. So of course, the sooner the better. We love to see what we're working with and who we get to welcome to the school, but we have rolling admissions so that we don't have it.
Great. Erin, what about you?
Our priority deadline, this is for our Asheville summer program. Okay. Our priority deadline's April 15th, final deadline May 15th. The program starts June 28th. And then our 10-week traditional gap year in Maine, where they study climate change, the priority deadline is May 15th. Final deadline is June 15th with a start date of September 1st.
Great. Fantastic. Amber, what about you guys?
So we have open enrollment. However, there's a pro to that and that there's no deadline. The con is that it's first come, first serve. February, March, and April, I'm sure it's the same for a lot of program providers, is the most busy time out there when we're seeing GAP students apply. So if you want to get your first choice destination, first program choice, definitely apply as soon as that you want to go. I can chat more about that depending on where you're at in your search. But yeah,
absolutely. And Jaje, what about you guys?
Yeah, I would say the same that the Amber. So as soon as you know that you really want to do a gap year program, do it. And then, we don't have a really deadline. So the program, the gap year program for the fall semester will start in the beginning of September. So if you already know it, apply. Or maybe we can wait until, July will be like the latest. So from now to July, wonderful moment.
Fantastic. Well, thank you guys for being here with us this evening, sharing about your amazing programs, the opportunities that are so unique and just absolutely fantastic. Really a lot of growth potential for our youth, and it's really exciting. So thank you again on behalf of TeenLife. We are glad that you were here with us tonight watching. If you're watching this on demand, please feel free to reach out to any of these programs. And, we're just really excited and hope that all of your programs fill up and are successful. So thank you again, guys. Great to see you. Have a wonderful evening. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.